My name is Wesley Colford, Artistic and Executive Director of the Highland Arts Theatre here on beautiful Cape Breton Island, Unama'ki, the traditional and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. I'm thrilled to be joining you today to announce the very first winner of what we hope will be an annual playwriting competition, the Rita Joe Canadian Playwriting Award. Now, this is a new program we've developed this year as part of our Radical Access program. If you haven't heard about it, you can read all about Radical Access and this award by visiting our website. But the main intention was to promote, encourage, and ultimately commission a new theatrical work from a Canadian BIPOC artist, that is a Black, Indigenous, person of color, playwright, composer, choreographer, creator of any kind for a new theatrical work. I'm so happy to say we received so many incredible submissions, dozens from all over Canada, both playwrights and creators who are new to us, as well as some of our favorites. And after many discussions and difficult choices, our panel has come up with a winner and 2 runner-ups, which we'll be announcing shortly. However, before we do, I have to give a great big thank you to our panel, who along with myself read through every application and all of the difficult deliberations that came from them. And those 2 panel jurors are Marcia Johnson as well as Robin Lee Seal. Thank you so much for your help in our first year of this program. Couldn't have done it without you, and we're so grateful for your insight and all of your feedback. Now, without further ado, we will announce our winners, starting with the second runner-up. This is an incredible musical collaborative team, Alaska B and Aaron Jan, for the proposal of their new musical, Meet. We love the audacity of this incredible story, and I really hope we get to see it on stage sometime soon. Our first runner-up is the fabulous Santiago Guzman for his new play, La Clencana. I loved this proposal, and while we were disappointed not to get to work with Santiago immediately, we were very happy to hear that he has since been accepted for a residency at Ship's Company Theatre in Parsborough for the development of this play. So we cannot wait to see what comes of that collaboration and wish him and Ship's Company all of the best. Finally, it is with great excitement that we announce the very first inaugural winners of the Rita Joe Playwriting Award, and they are another musical collaborative team, Aaron Jan and Rial Reddick Stevens, for their new basketball musical, Layup.
Hey, my name's Aaron. I'm the book writer and co-lyricist of Layup, a musical written by myself and Rial Reddick Stevens.
Hi there, my name is Rial Reddick Stevens. I am the composer and collaborating with Aaron on lyrics for this project, Layup.
The first winner of the Rita Joe Award. I am a director, dramaturg, and playwright based in Toronto, Ontario.
I am a multidisciplinary artist, originally from Coal Harbour, Nova Scotia, now living in Montreal. But I must say I am so very excited that Layup gets to take its roots in Nova Scotia, where I'm from, where it belongs.
Layup is a hip-hop and R&B musical that follows Sydney Barron, a disgraced college ball athlete who is forced back to her maritime hometown after being kicked out of the big leagues for a violent incident she caused. Sydney is forced to wrangle together a group of misfits to beat the best basketball team on the street ball courts in Coal Harbour, or risk being trapped in her hometown forever. Layup explores the idea of racialized failure among young Gen Z racialized Canadians. So often in these stories, specifically musicals, we hear stories about good people of color, stories about people of color who do the right things, stories about people of color who make mistakes but they're forgiven. We want to explore the flip side. What is this kind of insidious side of this necessary drive for racialized people to be great? What does that look like? What does that sound like? How can we break free of these cycles? Can we break free of these cycles?
This story is important for us to tell because there are so many narratives about people of color in relation to their race and about struggling with race. And I think it's time that we see more stories about people of color just existing and not only being celebrated as people of color, but existing as human beings. We see them go through struggles. We see them not be so great. We see them love, laugh, fail. I think it's so important that we start to see people of color failing in our stories, because there's so much pressure as a person of color to be the best, because we're not seeing ourselves reflected in the work. It feels like we need to show up twice as much. I think having a story about people of color failing and going on and trying again will help relieve some of the pressure from some of the viewers watching. It is also really important that this story is told because Nova Scotia, especially where I grew up, is such a beautiful place that I don't see reflected anywhere outside of itself. It is extremely important that youth see themselves reflected in our stories that we're telling, specifically BIPOC youth, Indigenous, Black, people of color. I think it is so important that we see our communities, we see work by our communities for our communities. This story is specifically important to me to tell. I grew up in Nova Scotia playing basketball, and then felt immense pressure to be great, not only in basketball but in theater and other things, and felt it was important that I made it out. And now that I'm out, I find it hard to navigate to my way back. If we create stories about those communities, then we see ourselves reflected at home. We are seeing ourselves at home, right? That way we don't have to leave. We can stay in the communities and continue to make our communities that we currently live in more bountiful.
We are so thankful to Highland Arts Theatre and the Radical Access Program and their donors, just because musicals are hard, musicals are big. Musicals don't get off the ground because they're not well funded. The fact that Riel and I have funds for a whole year to play, experiment, make music, make scripts, and discover things about the show will give it the incubation time it needs. The fact that we have this much subsistence money, just take time aside and make something, is radical, and it allows us to create at our full potential.
Highland Arts Theatre and all of the donors and supporters of the Radical Access Program, I just like to say a big thank you. Aaron and I are so extremely grateful that we have been chosen for this award. We are given money to write, which is so exciting, and write such an exciting story that is so close to both of us.
Thank you. This means so much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Aaron and Riel. We are so excited about this project and can't wait to assist you in whatever way we can as you develop this new draft. And hopefully we'll see it soon on the stage at the Hat.